Hello, so today I want to talk about positivity, and I'm not trying to be that person that's like positive vibes only kind of thing, but I did think that it was, appropriate for the time that we're living in and what's happening in the world right now. Like, we really don't know what's gonna happen next, like literally, so I have decided to study a little bit about positive psychology with Dr. Fredrickson online, and there's a lot of free online courses right now, so that's one of the course I decided to take, and I'm having so much fun, and I just wanted to share with you. Yeah, so I think we all know that positivity is something that we need in our life. It's what keeps us going, it gives us hope, it broadens our awareness, it broadens our mindset. But just as much as we need positivity, I don't know if need would be the correct word, but negativity is somewhat necessary in our life as well, is what I have learned. It keeps us grounded in reality, and because of the negative, we appreciate the positive more. And I learned that it helps us to be creative as well. And so I don't know if it's the corona that's punching us in the face, but I see so many TikTok and people are just so dang creative. I'm just wow. But it's the negative and the positive. We need both to really flourish, and it's the balance of those two that is the art of pursuing happiness. And so the pursuit of happiness is in deleting the negative and forcing the positive, I need to be happy kind of thing, And I'm generally a very positive person, but I did have the tendency to force the positive. And my mom would say that I was too positive because I would push away my emotions and so I don't have to deal with it. I wouldn't take the time to take it in, to feel my negative emotions and, understand it. Accepting what has happened. And without doing that, it does take a longer time to heal and to move on and learn from it. And I did get better at it, so yay. But I may have gotten too good at it. But when the safer at home order was announced, it got me. The first few weeks were pretty tough, and I just kept thinking about the what ifs. I just couldn't see the bigger picture, and I kind of lost hope. But that's human nature, those are real emotions, it's authentic. When we lose control of something, or when we go through something negative, we kind of lose hope. In life there's a lot of unpredictable shit, but when we do lose control of those basic things, like being able to go outside, we kind of lose it, you know what I mean? And so that's where I was at, and that's okay, that's being human. And so we can't control these emotions, both positive and negative. They just come and then they go. It's both of them, they don't last forever. But I was in that negative rut, and it just doesn't feel good, that icky feeling, it doesn't feel good. But I learned that those negative emotions, negative things, they stick out because they're rare in our daily life. And that's why they grab our attention. So positive emotions, they broaden our awareness, broaden our mind, but negative emotions, they make it narrow, and so we just focus on that one irritating situation. And so when we do lose hope, what's important is being able to bounce back into that positive aspect after the negative situation. So it's about being, resilient. And so it's meeting the negative with the positive. So like I said, it's not good to delete the negative. It's not good to lie to yourself about your emotions, your feelings. It's not good to pretend that negative thing didn't happen either. So after you reach the point of understanding those negative emotions, negative feelings, your thoughts do have somewhat of a control of those emotions, and so it can bring it back into a positive perspective. And so for me, after I went on a walk and I found a grass to sit at, and I like literally crisscross applesauce. Do people even say that? But I literally like crisscross applesauced in middle of this residential area, and I just like cried. There were like people walking, but I did not give a f- and I was just like crying. And after I got those out, I was able to think about all the possibilities that there were for me to use this time to do what I truly enjoyed. Like, the world is literally on pause right now. And now it's been like over a month that we've been staying home, and it's like a neutral situation now. Like, yes, it can get worse, but it can also go very positively. This is something we really don't know. It's not good to project negativity on this, but I think it's not good to, expect too much, because we can get let down. But what we can do is just be in the moment and be present, and that is like the key to having a positive outlook in life. And so those people that are like, live in the moment kind of thing, weren't lying. If you really think about it day to day, there's a lot of positive emotions, positive things. They're much more frequent. They're just subtle, and we kind of like get used to it. And so we really have to be in the moment to realize those subtle positive emotions, such as love, joy, gratitude, inspiration, interest, awe, and all those great feelings. When we're stuck worrying about the future or dwelling about the past, it's hard to be in the moment. It's hard to, see how blessed we are. Like, how we have a roof over our head, how we have like something to eat, that I'm able to make this video right now, that I'm healthy and breathing. It's become like the norm to us. But now that we're like put in this situation, we kind of have to rethink what is normal. Because what is normal? Like, yes, Corona sucks, but we have to embrace this moment, both negative and the positive. Like, we have to accept that there's this new normal that we don't know how long it's gonna last, but it will probably take a while to go back to what we were used to. But at the same time, we can use this time to really reset and reflect on ourselves and find what's important to us. And we can be a little tough on ourselves, especially right now. I know I was like, I need to be this person by the time quarantine is done. And self-improvement is great, but it's not all about achievements and obligations. Maybe you can take some time to go back to your memory lane and remember what made you like genuinely happy when you were little. I know I'm doing that with coloring and being all crafty and shit. And editing is something I enjoyed doing when I was younger. Psychology was one of my favorite subjects in school. It's really funny how these things come back to you when you have time. Usually we're like caught up with like being busy with adult things and we forget about them. But there was this quote by Dolly Parton, and she said, "Don't get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life." And we don't have to wait till the weekend to enjoy today. So if you're gonna do something, do it with joy, do it with passion, give it all you got. You know, it's changing your mindset, your attitude just a little bit that can really change your day and eventually your life, is what I think. And there was this one phrase that Dr. Fredrickson mentioned, and she said, be open, not be positive. And I read that like 10 times. It really like stuck out to me, because it's not about being like, I need to be happy, I need to think positively. It's about being open and realizing those like small but plenty positive emotions that are around you. It's about being open and being ready to take in all the possibilities that there are in this life, you know? It's about being open and seeing this stressful time as a challenge. Like, maybe it's not a stress for some of you, I don't know, but you know, I think it is like building up and taking a toll on us. So like being like, bring it on, Corona, I'm enjoying my time at home, so joke's on you, kind of thing. You know, it's just taking the stress, taking a stress as a challenge. And it's really about how resilient of a person you can be, and resilience is something you can grow, it can build. And I may or may not sound like a motivational speaker right now, but I hope it was somewhat like helpful for you. And I just wanted to share this with you because I thought this was something we can apply in our life in general, not just during this quarantine time. I mean, it's like super helpful right now too, but you know what I mean. And this was like a very condensed version of what I have learned or have been learning. I'm still in the middle of taking this course, so if you want any updates, or if you just like me talking about my thoughts about life, please let me know. Please stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Positivity is something that we need in our life, our lives. I don't know. So positive emotions, they broaden our awareness, our mindset. It's not good to pretend that like that negative thing happened. Oh, sorry, didn't happen. When the safer at home order. So after you've reached the point. And so I think this is just like a perfect time to just